Our great-grandfather Gor Mahia was known to be a warrior. He was feared by the Maasai because he fought against them. He was a good friend he was a paramount chief, Gor Mahia. Him and Laibon Lenana were good friends. And they had talked at their level about what is good for their people and what is not. And I know that Gor Mahia had a very good relationship with God. As a paramount chief, as a leader, you had to bring the people before God. You had to stand and talk to God for the people. So he led the people in very many battles. He was a fierce warrior, and we were never colonized. We are one of the few areas where the British never set foot. Because when he fought, he first went before God and brought the tribe before our traditional ancestors and said, protect us. You protected us all the way from Sudan. You protected us. When we came from southern Sudan, we were going through areas we didn't even know. But you protected us and guide us in this war against the Maasai. And they say that Gor Mahia, warriors who had fought against him, professed that whenever they went in battle, when they approached Gor Mahia, as a leader you led from the front. He would turn into a stone, or he turns into a swarm of bees. And so they would take off. They didn't know what to do. Gor Mahia in his latter years, Gor Mahia lived for 120 years. No vaccination, just herbal medicine. Gor Mahia in his latter days decided that many emissaries had been sent to him. We would like to change your people to become Christian. They want us to worship. And Gor Mahia told them, they said, yeah, they preached to him about Jesus and the Jesus who died for us. And Gor Mahia told them, I know what you're saying. Even us, we know, when we have disaster, we sacrifice our sons to the lake. Then they said, no, you don't need to sacrifice your sons anymore. Jesus had died once and for all. He said, no, one person can't die for all generations. Okay, let's do this. So there was a contest between Gor Mahia and our traditional religious way of contacting the ancestors, and the priest, Father Skefa. We called him Badedongo because he had big arms. I wasn't born, but that's what he was called. And they said they had a contest like they had between the priests of Baal and the prophet Elijah. And in that contest, Gor Mahia told the Father Skefa, if whoever's items will be consumed with fire, that is the one that is no longer to exist. If mine is consumed with fire, we will follow your Christian God. If yours is consumed by fire, we kill you, because you can't come to play with our God. On the appointed day, they had that contest, and Gor Mahia's items were consumed. And he said, from this day onwards, all my people of the southern Luo will follow your Christianity, will follow your religion. Those who want can follow mine, but we want to learn about yours. So Gor Mahia had to anoint somebody to learn about the Christianity and to teach it to our people. And he handed over his mantle to my grandfather. As a young boy, he went and learned about it and brought Christianity among us and built the first missionary mission called Mirogi Mission. My grandfather is Andre Otwande, and the mission stands to date. In addition to that, 3 days before Gor Mahia's death, he asked for my grandfather. They had a long talk, and my grandfather baptized him. He baptized him and gave him the and baptized him Peter, and that was the last Gor Mahia talked. He died 3 days later. He died a Christian. After 120 years battling the Maasai, countless wars, he still thought, I want to make peace with this God. I want to make peace with him. And the day he died, a bolt of lightning flashed out of that house into darkness. Those of us who are from that home, we know what happened. And we know, that when someone dies, the spirit is released. But we also respect the spirit of our ancestors. We don't worship that spirit, but we remember the lessons they taught us. We do not forget those lessons, and we pass those lessons on to our children. So we know that traditional medicine works. It heals. It heals from the systems in the body. We also know that traditional medicine is plants God put in the ground for us to use, and we have to respect them. We also know that human being is body, spirit, and soul. When the person dies, the spirit lives on, the soul and body are laid to rest. So therefore we respect that, and we do not try to play around with the ancestral spirits. We do not go digging the graves of our ancestors. We pray and thank God for them. We go pray by the graveside, but we don't try to play with those spirits. They are alive and they are powerful and they can lead us anywhere. But we name children after our deceased because we love them. And we name them because we believe that children also carry on powers from the ancestors. I'm named Nyaoke. Nyaoke was the daughter of our great-grandfather who came from Buganda. And Nyaoke was a woman in leadership. Nyaoke was a powerful woman. Gor Mahia was our ancestor, a very powerful person. Many people have said that, how do we know that Gor Mahia died a Christian? I cannot tell them that. Either they can go to him and ask him, or he can come to them and talk to them. But we have no fear. We live a life without fear because we know that our ancestors died in peace. Africanus.